Recently, the Contemporary Art Museum St. Louis hosted a civic engagement activation called Transform Your Hood. This wasn't just an art installation. Transform Your Hood consisted of an interactive message board, a high school poster competition, and a town hall meeting, all with the goal of getting people thinking about how to create change in the local community.
We're really living in a polarizing time right now, especially from the lens of politics. It's very left to right. And I think a lot of times what we're missing on is the dialogue between one another, where it's not, oh, I'm right, but it's the conversation of, okay, well, how do we come up with solutions and make our city a better place?
Transform Your Hood is an opportunity and a way to make sure that folks recognize, number one, their power in improving their communities, and number two, make sure that we are centering our values, the things that are important to us in improving our communities, and really making sure that we uplift that and highlight that in an action-oriented and encouraging way.
Transform Your Hood has kind of three arms. There's this interactive exhibition where you can come and cast a vote for what you value. There's a component where you can make a comment on the comment board. There's a component where students were invited to make a poster in a poster competition. The third component where we're actually bringing people together to celebrate what's been shared and vote on the poster competition for a winner.
What's been inspiring is kind of seeing like what everybody's really thinking, right? Like we're all kind of on the same page, which is we want a better city. We want a better neighborhood across the board. We want a better world. When it comes to like the world of politics, people, have tended to like tiptoe in the past. We kind of created an open forum for people to vocalize their opinions in an anonymous way. And you can kind of just get your issue off and really talk about what you want to talk about. And you can kind of just talk, We don't have those spaces enough when it comes to things like this. It's really inspiring that we were able to do that, and hopefully we can keep doing it.
For people looking to get engaged with the organizers of this event, Transform 314, the Contemporary Art Museum, and Speak Up St. Louis all offer ways to stay tuned in.
Transform 314, we were created to make sure that we are bridging the disconnect between Black St. Louis and our local government to drive local level policy change. A lot of those issues, those day-to-day problems, are influenced by our local government. And I mean, when you have maybe 10, if you're lucky, 20% of people that come out to vote in these elections, when we're talking about our trash, when we're talking about our terrible roads, when we're talking about our educational system, that's all local level. And so that's what we do. We want to make sure that people understand why that's important to get engaged and involved, and make sure people have ways, tangible ways that they can get engaged and involved.
So the Contemporary Art Museum St. Louis is a really interesting part of our arts and cultural landscape here in St. Louis. It's a free museum that is non-collecting, and so it's always changing what we're showing in terms of art being made by artists of our time, both from St. Louis and from around the world. This is a place where you can come take art classes, you can come on tours, you can come to see artist talks and our openings. When we come together in creative spaces, even if you don't have a background in art, you can still have a kind of creative or transformative experience.
Speak Up St. Louis is a podcast that elevates the diverse, informative voices that make up our city's cultural fabric. Our role within Transform Your Hood was a lot of that, was the understanding of our job is to elevate the voices of the stories here. It is really making sure that we're empowering others to really share their thoughts and really have dialogue and discourse in a place that it's really meant for.
The exhibition put the spotlight on affordable housing, education, and improving the streets and mobility in St. Louis. Transform Your Hood proved to be a creative and innovative model for getting conversations started and for engaging the community to make St. Louis a better place.
Opportunities like this allows folks to really be able to share their thoughts in a meaningful way, but also allows folks to be able to see what's on other folks' minds and begin to build other dialogues. That really, for me, is kind of the highlight of this moment, for folks to be able to take time, because they could be anywhere on a Friday, to be able to understand that we all care about our community, no matter what your political background is, because that's not as important as taking care of St. Louis and the people that live here.